Gilliam was but a boy, not yet marked by the trials of manhood, when the fire of Gaia boiled in his blood. The first change, it came to him like a storm. He remembered little, only the crimson tang of blood, the wild hammering of heartbeats, and the final silence of a friend, a horse he'd raised from foal to stallion. He awoke in ruin, barn torn asunder, the scent of rage still clinging to his skin. But it was not fury that greeted him. It was her, the friend of his mother, a kinfolk wise in the ways of the Guru. Her voice was a balm to his frenzy, and it was her voice that brought him back. She told him the truth. He was Guru, a warrior of Gaia, and from that moment on, he was not alone. Soon after, he walked the rite of passage, and there met others like him. They forged a bond strong as silver, 5 Guru, 1 for each auspice. There was Howells in war, a Get of Fenris Araun, fierce and proud, walking this path for the second time after failure marked the first. Grimjaw, the red talon Philodox, born of wolf, silent but wise in tooth and claw. Thistleheart, the Fianna Ragabash, a trickster and a singer whose laughter always rang louder before battle. Hector Vale, the glass walker Thurge, cloaked in metal and code, tattoos alive with humming spirits. And last, Gilliam, the Galliard, young, eager, and full of questions, but gifted with voice and a howl that stirred hearts. Together they hunted, together they bled, together they howled. It was a simple mission, they thought, a festering mill, blackened by the worm. But the deeper they walked, the darker the truth grew. The enemy was waiting. Green mist choked the air. Their minds became fog. The worm had laid its trap. They turned on one another. It was Grimjaw who fell first, ripped apart by his own packmates, their wills stolen, their spirits twisted. Only Gilliam held on, by a thread, a whisper of Gaia's breath. When the mist cleared, Thistleheart wept, and Howells in war cursed the sky. But there was no time. They descended into the pit. There, 3 piles of Guru corpses. There, a black spiral monstrosity, half machine, half flesh. There, the voice of mockery. Welcome, sacrifices. Thistleheart fell, crushed like paste in coils of silver. Howells in war called upon Fenris, and Fenris answered, granting him strength colossal. He grew, a titan to match the beast, and Gilliam, bloodied, battered, broken, fought beside them. The runt, yes, but one with teeth. In the end, Howells in war ripped the creature's heart out, but the worm struck back. The taint within surged, preparing to explode. And then, the miracle. A cloak of many-coloured feathers, woven of light and memory, flew from the corpse pile and wrapped around Gilliam. Before he could cry out, it lifted him, flew him from the blast. The others, gone. He returned to the cairn alone. The whispers followed like vultures. They called him survivor. They meant traitor. And when one pack leader, a shadow lord called Thunderstrike, spoke his scorn aloud, Gilliam met him in the ring. The fight was savage. He lost, but he did not yield. Only the Wendigo Thurge, high as mountains and cold as snow, stopped the killing blow. Then he said, "We do not fight each other. We fight the worm. Gaia has plans for Gilliam." In time, word came. A moot had been called. The greatest of the Guru summoned him. He wrote letters to his kin, just in case. He left them with the elder, with quiet words and heavy heart. And when the elder opened the moon bridge, Gilliam stepped forward, the cloak of feathers wrapped around his shoulders like the wings of forgotten ancestors. "That is where I leave you, young ones. The tale is not over. The tale just begins. But remember this. Gilliam did not run. He survived. And sometimes, survival is the deepest wound of all. Sing this tale when the wind howls. Sing it when your brothers fall. Sing it for the runt who bore the scars of 5. Sing it for Gilliam,